Good morning, grade 3. I hope you slept well, you rested well, and today we start a new unit. We move on to something called the respiratory system. In America, they would probably say respiratory, but here in India, right across Britain, we'll say the word respiratory. Okay, and then we come across this word here, system. You may be wondering what a system is. In the last lesson, we talked about organs, and when these organs come together to do one particular work, and if you remember the word we use for work, it's called a function, then all those organs working together for one common function is called a system. And the word respiratory means to do with something, and let's see if you can guess this. There's something which you do and you never stop doing from the minute you're born to the minute we actually die. Even when you're sleeping, there's some activity that your body is doing all the time, 24 hours a day, never stops doing, 7 days a week, 30 days a month, 365 days a year. Can you think of this activity? Okay, I think many of you already know the answer. It is breathing. So another word for breathing is the word respiration. So we come to a system which looks after how oxygen goes to all the different parts of your body. So now we do a small activity. I want you to stand up, stand straight. Okay, smart, come on, grade 3. Look sharp, excellent. Okay, now hands by your side and take a deep breath. Keep breathing in. Hold that breath. Thank you. And now you can breathe out slowly. All right, you've done that without dying. Thank you. Okay, so now we come to what's on the board. If you observed, remember that word we used for science? I kept stressing that word, observation, to observe. So if you've really observed the changes in your body while you were doing that activity, you'll be able to fill in this next paragraph out here. Okay? So when you breathe, I breathe air into my body through my, and you know this word, it starts with N and it ends with E. Okay, and then you felt that the air was going down towards this part of your body. Okay, and next I could feel something in my, you know this word, and finally I let the air out of my body through the, you can write this word down or think about what word comes into these different blanks. All right. So you can sit down now and relax, and now observe carefully the picture on the board here, on my not so white board. All right. So this diagram shows you the parts of the respiratory system. Now some of these parts you probably know about, and some of them maybe they'll be names you'll hear for the very, very first time. Okay. So you look at this now. When you breathe in air through your nose. It went in from your nose. And then it goes into an internal organ, which you can't see, into something called your windpipe. You see this white structure here? This is your windpipe. So it goes down from your throat, down into your chest, and then it branches. And then it feeds the lungs. It connects to these two lungs. We talked about lungs earlier, your internal organs. And just an interesting fact, your right lung is bigger than your left lung. And maybe you can think about why that is so. Okay, it's got to do with an organ which is here, which takes up some space. So that's why your left lung is smaller than your right lung. Okay, and then down here you see this red structure here, which goes across, okay, like a dome. Okay, shaped like this. This is something, this is a big word, a very, very big word, a new word obviously for students in grade 3. Okay, the word is diaphragm. D-I-A-P-H-R-A-G-M. Okay, it's a strange word because in this word we come across PH, which is pronounced F, and GM, where you don't pronounce the G. So it's a little bit of a tough word, but if you say it to yourself often enough, you'll probably get used to it. Okay, so just for a recap, we look at the parts of the respiratory system: the nose, the windpipe, the lungs, and the diaphragm. Thank you very much. You can now move on to your worksheets.